Hi, I'm Jim Brickell from Ed Learn Ford Lincoln in St. Catharines, Ontario, and this is the 2024 Ford Maverick Lariat Edition. This is an orientation for new vehicle owners, as I want to show you where all the major controls are located and how to use them. I'm sitting in the driver's seat, and as we look to my left, or the driver's door, you've got your power door locks, you've got the power windows, and nice thing about the Lariat compared to the XL, you do have power outside mirrors, so you can pick which mirror you want, hit the arrows to adjust. As we come across over here, you've got your headlamps, you've got the A for the automatic setting, so the lights will come on when it gets dark out, and they'll shut off when I shut off the engine. This particular vehicle has the optional 4K tow package, so we include the trailer brake controller. And on the left-hand side of the steering wheel is the release for the tilt and telescoping steering wheel. We'll then put it back up. And now we can take a look at the controls on the steering wheel. So on the left-hand side, we've got our cruise control. This one here in the upper right corner activates cruise control. Now, on our main display, you'll see we've got the lane centering and its adaptive cruise control. So as we hit this one, it increases the length of distance to stay behind the vehicle in front of you. If you hit this one, that'll turn off the lane centering. So the choice is up to you in terms of cruise control, adaptive cruise control, and if you're going to be using the lane centering. Now, when you're using lane centering, if you don't signal a lane change, the vehicle is going to try and stay in the center of the lane that you're in. So make sure when you're using the adaptive cruise control and lane centering, you always signal your lane changes, otherwise the car is going to be fighting you. Now, when we're not using cruise control, we can turn it off from here. And in behind is our stock control. So of course it's got your turn signals, it's got your high beams, and you also have lane keeping set on there. That will show in the upper corner. So when it's not on, you don't see anything up here, and when it is on, you'll see a vehicle and some dotted lines on the side of it. The little yellow gas pump is indicating this vehicle is low on fuel, and over here it's showing that it's 37 kilometers to empty. So on our gas gauge, that's showing just past the E with the little dash. So should get some gas fairly soon. Now, on the right-hand side of the steering wheel, we've got some more controls. This time we have a back, an OK, up and down, and menu. These will control what is displayed in our center spot. The up and down goes through a series that you have selected already. So here's our comm screen, for example, gives basic information. I have the digital speedometer showing and the fact that it's low on gas. Now, in order to change those, I'm going to hit menu. Now I'm going to go to select screens. I'm going to hit OK. So this is where I can choose which ones are going to be showing. So now playing, I can look at the screen in the center, or I can just listen to the radio. So I'm going to turn that one off. Auto stop start, I'm going to turn that one off. Seat belts, I always want to know who's wearing their seat belts and who's not, so that's a good one. I don't have a trailer at the moment, so we're not going to be going there. Intelligent all-wheel drive, fun to know when the wheels are kicking in. We'll put on trip odometer 1, fuel economy, and comm screen. So now that I've made my selections, I hit the back screen and back one more time. So now, when I cycle through, I've got my trip 1, I go down to intelligent all-wheel drive, seat belts, comm screen, and I can make the adjustments, see what I want to see. The other thing that came up when we hit the menu was audio, phone, and settings. So with settings, you've got driver assistance. This is your lane keeping system. The mode, it right now is saying you have a choice of alert, aid, and alert and aid. So an alert would be a vibration in the steering wheel. You're drifting across the dotted line while on the highway. It's going to vibrate the steering wheel to help you, signal you to turn back in. Aid would actually turn the vehicle back in. And then, of course, alert and aid will do both. So I've decided I just want an alert. Now I'm going to go back a screen and go to the intensity. So how close do I have to be to the dotted line before it starts taking some action? Normal should be fine. So I'm going to go back a screen, back a screen. Next one down is pre-collision assist. When you hit the OK, we've got that set for normal. Distance indication, I'm going to have that turned on. Active braking, the vehicle can actually stop itself in certain situations. Evasive steering, and our pre-collision assist is set up. Now we've got rear park aid. That can be either on or off. So this is your warning back there. And if you're going to be towing a trailer, you want the rear park aid to be off. Otherwise, it'll always be screaming at you that you're about to crash. But I don't have a trailer, so I'm going to leave that on. So back a screen, blind spot information. Yeah, that's a good one. Cross traffic alert, another good one. Cruise control is set for adaptive, and driver alert. If the vehicle doesn't think you're paying attention to your driving and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, it can actually display a little coffee cup in the center to indicate, hey, you might want to take a rest, get some caffeine, and continue driving. When we go down, it brings us back to the beginning again. So now we're going to hit the back. So that was our driver assistance settings. Then we have vehicle settings. Oops. Sorry about that. Under the vehicle. Now it's saying remote start. So I'm going to hit OK. Going to hit OK. Climate controls. What do you want to come on when you use remote start? Seats and wheels. What do you want to come on? You want it to come on or not? So that would be your heated steering wheel, your heated seats when it's cold outside. I think that's a good idea. And the duration, if you use remote start, how long do you want it to run for? I think 15 is a little too long, so I'm going to go back to just 10 minutes. Back a screen. And now we go down again. That's turning off the remote start. So I hit the OK, and remote start is back active. Back a screen. Now next one down is wipers. A courtesy wipe. When you squirt the windshield, it will the wipers will go across. A courtesy wipe would be a few seconds later. It'll go to pick up any residual fluid still on the windshield. And then I go back again. My key, you can set up one of the keys as what they call a my key. It's for a beginner driver. You can limit top end speed. You can limit stereo volume. Also fun to prank your spouse, and they'll wonder why they cannot get the vehicle up to the proper speed and the stereo is so quiet. But if they don't like it, you didn't hear it from me. So we go back a screen, and now we're at display setup. And here on display setup, you can hit your speedometer in miles per hour. So we're in Canada, but if we're taking a trip to the States, the speedometer should be in miles per hour. So just click that one. The odometer is still showing in kilometers. So if you want it to match, you would go down to measurement units, hit the OK, go up to miles and miles per gallon. When you do change from miles per gallon to kilometers, it will show you if your low fuel indicator is there. That's why that popped on. So I'm going to hit OK on that. I'm going to change it again. Once again, there's the warning. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go up to the speedometer in miles per hour and turn that off. And now I'm going to go back a screen, and we're back to our COM screen. So that's the setup for the information the driver can see. There's my cruise control being turned off again. And below that we have our voice activation, seeking to the next station on the radio, answering a call and hanging up on a call. With voice activation, here's a quick demo. FM 105.7.
Tuning to FM 105.7.
So that's just one of the things you can do with voice. We can also set temperature 16 degrees.
Setting temperature to 16 degrees.
So you can do a radio station, you can do the temperature, you can set a destination on your navigation if you have it equipped in the vehicle. With our touch screen in the center, we've got the home screen, which is what's showing now. This has dual zone temperature control, so both sides can be at a different temperature. We've got our clock, we've got the outside temperature, our map showing where we are, audio is off, and that's where you can add a phone. So across the bottom we have audio. This vehicle comes with AM, FM, and in Canada 3 months free of Sirius satellite radio. Next one is for connecting a phone. Third one over is your navigation. So now we've got the map set up. We've got a search function. History, home or work, favorites, POI, that's points of interest. So history, there's no history, we haven't gone anywhere yet. What about favorites? Hey, there's a good one. Edler and Ford Lincoln in Catharines, Ontario. Fine place, you want to check it out. So you can type in a destination on here. You would start typing 375 space ONT, and it found 375 Ontario Street, St. Catharines. When the destination comes up, you can either hit the star to save it to favorites, or you can hit start.
Obey traffic laws, be alert, and use voice commands while driving. Please proceed to the highlighted route, and then the route guidance will start.
Now, I was just doing this for demonstration purposes. You've got a little red flag as your start, and a checkered flag as your finish. So as you can see, I'm very close to the dealership, actually in the back parking lot right now. So it's 3:22, and by 3:22 I should be at my destination. Now, if I decided I didn't want to go there, I can either hit the X up there, cancel route, yes, or I could have hit the voice button and also said cancel route. So it's quite easy to use, and when you're in motion, then you must use the voice commands as opposed to the touch screen, because let's face it, your hands are supposed to be on the steering wheel. Now, earlier we saw that this vehicle is low on fuel. So automatically displayed on the navigation is where the closest gas stations are. So it's right in there. And we go to the next one. That was our search, and then we have menu down here. So this is a navigation menu. We've got the screen view. So you can have full map, you can have highway exit information. We've got our traffic list, ahead and all. There are no reported traffic incidents at this time. navigation settings. So you want the map to be in a way that you like it. So we've got the 3D city model. That can be on or off. Breadcrumbs, that's where it leaves little dots wherever you've been. I find it to be personally annoying, so I leave that one off. POI icons, that's points of interest. So if you're looking for gas stations, they can show up, or you have other choices there as well. And incident icons, so that would be accidents would show up on your route. Route preferences, so you've got the preferred route. You've got a choice of fastest, shortest, or most economical. I want to get there quickly, so I'm going to choose the fastest route. Always use the fastest route. Sounds like a good idea to me. Use the HOV lanes, high occupancy vehicle, but I'm going to be driving by myself, so I'm going to leave that one off. When I get to my destination, sure, I want to be able to find parking, so that's a good thing to have. Now, as we scroll down, there's some more choices. These are things that you want to avoid. So, do you want to avoid the freeways? Would you rather just take the back roads to get somewhere? Avoid toll roads. You don't want to be paying tolls, so this can route you around them. Ferries, trains, avoid tunnels. And this is another one. You can play a joke on a spouse or a good friend. They've got a destination set, and when they're not looking, if you hit avoid freeways, see how long it takes them to realize that it's a crazy route they're going around, and they know darn well right it would be faster if they were on the highway and trying to figure out why the car is telling them not to use the highway. So that was in our route preferences and our navigation preferences. So how do you want to hear about it? We have guidance prompts. Now you can have voice and tone. So it would go boop. In 500 meters, turn right. Or just voice. In 500 meters, turn right. Or tone, boop. So the choice is up to you how you want to hear about it. And those are our navigation settings. Where am I? If you weren't sure, we're in St. Catharines. We've got the latitude, longitude. Nearest road is Ontario Street. So, in case you woke up and go, where the heck am I? The car can tell you. Our search feature, our history, our favorites, and POI. Now, we can scroll across, and you can set up a home address and a work address. So that was in navigation. We've got our apps. We've got the settings over here. Some of them were what we already did from the steering wheel. Now, when it comes to clock, you can choose the 12-hour clock, so it's 3:27 Eastern Time. Or you can do the 24-hour clock. The choice is up to you. Automatic daylight savings time. So when the clocks move ahead and fall back, the Maverick will do it for you. So once it's set to the original time, you should never have to touch it again. Bluetooth, connecting your devices, your phones. 911 assist. Once the phone is connected, you can activate 911 assist in the event of a collision. Driver airbag inflates and your repaired phone would automatically call 911. You've got your navigation settings in there, mobile apps, and then under general, here's where you choose your language, English, French, or Spanish, your temperature unit, Celsius or Fahrenheit, kilometers or miles. Do you want the screen to beep every time you hit it, you tap it? And down here, automatic system updates. So we've got that turned on. Similar to your cell phone, you can have updates done over the air. And they would be done automatically, so when you get your vehicle home, get Wi-Fi, connect to your home Wi-Fi. And it's saying our software is up to date, so that's good news. And then back screen So those were the ones on that part. We're going to scroll across. There's the automatic updates again, connecting to Wi-Fi. Remember, when you get your new vehicle, always download the Ford Pass app, activate it on your vehicle, and there's some great features within there, including a points program. Then next one here is vehicle. So now you've got some more vehicle settings. Rear occupant alert. If you're normally traveling by yourself and you don't want it to be telling you each and every time to check in the back for rear occupants, you can have that shut off. If you're parents with little kids, you should leave that in the on position. We have our display choices, our valet mode, the stereo controls, and your climate controls across here. You do have heated seats, you do have a heated steering wheel. This vehicle is a push button start, foot on the brake and push the button. Your rotary dial is your shifter, your electronic parking brake, and these four buttons here. We have the auto stop start override, we have the auto hold on the brakes. When activated, it'll hold the brakes until you, once you stop the vehicle, it'll hold the brakes in place until you touch the accelerator pedal. This one is your traction control on and off switch. Its default is in the on position. You would turn it off if you're half buried in snow and trying to rock the vehicle out. And this one is your drive modes. So when you push this, you're going to look up at your screen. There's normal, hit it, tow haul. We're not towing anything. We've got slippery conditions. We've got economy mode. We've got a sport mode, and we're back to normal. So this has been an orientation on your new Ford Maverick, the Lariat. I hope you enjoy your vehicle. I'm Jim Brickell from Ed Learn Ford.